Blips and Grips, DA. Renaissance Code, Broh. Prologue. The chrononautilus hummed like a wheezing toaster, brass gears clanking as it whirred to life. Inside its haphazard hull, two robotic figures were preparing for yet another journey through the ages. Their mission? Explore history without blowing it up. Their success rate? Well, let's just say there was a reason dinosaurs were no longer an option. Our story starts with Blips, the diminutive robot with a polished chrome chassis, was meticulously buffing his shiny exterior. Grips, you rapscallion, he declared in his refined uptight accent. Are you prepared to embark on a chronological excursion to the Renaissance? Grips, the hulking, one-eyed robot, lumbered into the workshop, leaving a trail of oil and spare parts. Ready, Blips? Just gotta grab my trusty wrench, she rumbled in her gruff, streetwise accent. Blips twitched. We're going to the Renaissance, not a wrench and whatever convention. You won't need a wrench, you dimwit. Grips blinked her single red eye. But what if we, meet a clockwork knight? I could give him a tune-up, Blips sighed. Grips's logic was always outlandish. I highly doubt clockwork knights will be a problem, Grips. Now, let's go. With a flash of light and a whirring of gears, their time machine, the chrononautilus, materialized in the bustling streets of Florence, Italy, in the 15th century. Blips, ever the planner, had chosen this era for its artistic splendor and the distinct lack of rampaging dinosaurs. Grips, however, was immediately captivated by the cobblestone streets. Blips, check it out, she exclaimed, stomping her massive metal foot. They have bumpy roads here. She proceeded to stomp up and down the street, her booming footsteps sending pigeons scattering and causing a nearby fruit stand to collapse. Blips, mortified, rushed to apologize to the bewildered fruit vendor. My deepest apologies, good sir. My companion is unfamiliar with the customs of this era. The vendor, after recovering from his shock, eyed Grips with a mixture of fear and fascination. She is a metal woman? He stammered. Indeed, Blips confirmed, trying to steer Grips away from the damaged fruit stand. A marvel of engineering, you see. Grips, meanwhile, had discovered a nearby fountain. Blips, look. Water. She plunged her hand into the fountain, sending water splashing in all directions, much to the dismay of a group of elegantly dressed ladies passing by. Blips, with a sigh, realized that keeping Grips out of trouble in this era would be a full-time job. He decided to focus on their mission, to witness the unveiling of Leonardo da Vinci's latest invention, a flying machine. They made their way through the crowded streets, Blips constantly apologizing for Grips's unintentional clumsiness. Grips, on the other hand, was enthralled by the sights and sounds of the Renaissance. She marveled at the colorful banners, the elaborately dressed people, and the strange, horseless carriages. Finally, they reached the Piazza della Signoria, where Da Vinci's flying machine was about to be unveiled. The square was packed with people, all buzzing with anticipation. Blips, excited to witness this historical event, pushed his way to the front of the crowd, dragging Grips along. Just as Da Vinci was about to unveil his invention, a commotion erupted at the back of the square. A group of guards were chasing a thief who had snatched a lady's purse. The thief, desperate to escape, ran towards the crowd, knocking people over like bowling pins. Blips, caught in the chaos, stumbled and fell. Grips, seeing his friend in trouble, reacted instinctively. With a mighty roar, she lunged forward and grabbed the thief in her massive metal hands. The crowd gasped. The guards, stunned by the sudden appearance of this metal giant, stopped in their tracks. Grips, holding the squirming thief aloft, turned to Blips. "Did I do good, Blips?" she asked, her single eye shining with pride. Blips, still slightly dazed, could only nod. Grips, the clumsy oaf, had inadvertently become the hero of the day. The lady, relieved to have her purse back, thanked Grips profusely. The crowd, initially terrified, now cheered for the metal giant. Da Vinci himself emerged from the commotion, his eyes wide with curiosity. "What a magnificent creature," he exclaimed, sketching furiously in his notebook. "A mechanical marvel." Grips, basking in the attention, puffed out her chest. "I am Grips, the mighty protector," she declared. Blips, shaking his head in amusement, realized that Grips, despite her clumsiness, had a knack for finding herself in the most unexpected situations. He also realized that history books would need a slight revision to include the tale of a metal giant who stole the show at the unveiling of Da Vinci's flying machine. "From now on, we don't leave our time without costumes to fit in," Blips announced. Epilogue: As the sun began to set, casting long shadows over the Piazza della Signoria, Blips and Grips made their way back to their time machine, leaving behind a crowd buzzing with excitement and a very bewildered Leonardo da Vinci. Their journey to the Renaissance had been far from what Blips had planned, but thanks to Grips's unique brand of chaos, it had certainly been memorable.